All right. So last Friday, I had my friend, we were working together, and I took a encaustic panel or pre-gessoed panel, placed a bunch of dots of alcohol ink on, and then ended up creating the surface, which I then let dry and put a few coats of clear encaustic wax on there. Now I'm going back and I'm adding to the surface. I'm basically the flow of the liquid is so much nicer on top of the encaustic versus below it that it kind of just takes a minute to dry, so you have more time to I end up blowing on it and making these cool organic shapes, and they're much brighter on top of the encaustic. So I like the idea of having a under finish and then an over finish, and then just really watching the dyes go together. So we're just going to keep playing around with these colors. I do like experimenting with certain colors and seeing how certain colors mix with different ones. Some don't blend, they just kind of stay in that little droplet situation. And as you can see, I really like to blow them out, make these organic shapes, kind of the happy surprise of it all. All right, so as you can see, I'm using the encaustic pen on top of the somewhat dried alcohol inks. I'm finding that some of the not dried areas are spattering, so it's kind of giving me a little bit of a smell because it's wet alcohol. But I kind of like it. And then it's spattering a little bit, kind of like when you put an ice cube in a hot pan. I'm using white on all of these parts. So as you can see, white on red is going to look a little bit different than white on green, etc., etc. It's really fun to experiment, and it comes in these little cubes that you can get online. They're small, really condensed color in little blocks, and they're like bite size. So you can just kind of go in there, pull a little bit of wax, make some dots, make some lines, and they're very concise. When I'm working with encaustic, I'm using bigger brushes. They're for the wider space, and then I go back in and I can add this. And technically, other than the clear wax that I made that middle buildup, this is the only other wax I'm going to have here. The rest is just alcohol inks. So this is the funnest, most calming form of meditation that I have in my toolbox, especially when I'm teaching school. It's like so satisfying because you can clean up a mess with little bitty lines, and it's very satisfying to have this final piece when all is said and done. And I feel like I didn't really have to work very hard. All the work comes before because of practice and trial and error. This was just a very quick one and done. I think I worked a few hours and it's done. And I feel like it's complete. So go ahead, give me your feedback, but really only give me your feedback if it's something good to say. Thanks.